Hey, what's up? It's Jasmine Chanel bringing you another YouTube video. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, then you know I post every week, once or sometimes twice a week. If you're also subscribed, you know that I went to Europe for 49 days alone, and all that content is here. Tips on how to travel solo, things to look out for, but in this video I want to tell you the 3 ways that I made friends while traveling abroad. Now, I love traveling internationally by myself. There's a sense of empowerment and bravery that kind of comes across when you're traveling by yourself. However, some of my most cherishable moments came from spending time with another person. I mean, I was able to let my hair down, I was able to, have a couple drinks, and just to have someone kind of looking over my shoulder when I couldn't. So if you're looking to travel solo but you're not quite sure how you're gonna make friends, watch this video. It's short and simple. Number 1, social media apps. Now, we all know that there's an app for everything, and there are so many social apps where you can meet other people if you're looking for a relationship. Majority of them are dating apps, and I wasn't looking for that. I just wanted to find another girl that I could do girl things with, like go to the beach and go to parks, and the nightlife is so much more fun when you're spending it with someone else because you have someone to kind of like boy block in your way and make sure that you're busy at all times when you don't want to talk to people. And when you're with someone, you can have a drink or two. I chose to use Bumble because there's a setting where you can change it where you're meeting just people who want to find friendships. So I changed it to where the gender was female, around the same age as me. Hanging out with someone who's from the local place that you're visiting is a game changer because they take you to the spots that don't pop up on Yelp. The inexpensive restaurants that are still 5-star that no one knows about. When I was in Barcelona, I met a girl who was so sweet. I'm not going to say her name, but she took me out to eat. Think about where you live. You know which restaurants to avoid, which one has the deals, where the happy hour is. I was just intrigued to hear her stories because she calmed me down a lot. A lot of people back home were like, oh my gosh, Jasmine, you're crazy for traveling alone. But after talking to someone who was local, they just let me know that a lot of it is hearsay, a lot of it is just what you hear in the media. And she let me kind of let my hair down and have a good time, because up until I had a friend who was local, I was paranoid. I would never have that experience happen. It'd be for Bumble. And I also used Bumble in Madrid, where I met another friend, and that was like my partner. Every night in Madrid, we were going out to the club. For the first time, I could drink. I could let my hair down because I wasn't drinking while traveling alone, and that just changed the experience. Definitely recommend Bumble, social media app. This isn't an ad, but it was so helpful for me to gain lifelong friends that truly made a difference in my international travel. Being open-minded, and I know this sounds easy, but it's really not when you're traveling alone because you're constantly kind of just watching your back and, looking for directions and navigating your way to the next destination. But take a seat, look around, and most of the time someone will notice you being alone. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes that's not the most comfortable situation, but a lot of times people will approach you and just be like, hey, what are you doing here? Barcelona was such a tourist place. It doesn't take long to know that someone's a tourist, and a lot of times I didn't even have to start a conversation. I just had to be open-minded and kind of, pick and choose, make eye contact if you want to talk to someone, and if you don't want to talk to someone, don't make eye contact. You just learn so much from talking to people. Give them open body language. That is nonverbal communication is 80% of communication. So make sure that you're sitting a way that's approachable, and a lot of times people will talk to you and give you some good insight, and if you like them, they might have friends in town and you guys can all meet up. So just be open-minded. And in my experience in Barcelona, I was walking the streets and I met this group of students. They invited me to their loft. We hung out for a little bit. I got to see inside a downtown La Rambla loft, which was beautiful. It was the experience because there's no elevators, it's all stairs. And I only was able to meet those people by just, walking the streets. So I walked into this KFC and there were two English speakers, but they had American accents. So I walked up to them and I said, hey, I could tell by the accent you're from America. And they're like, yeah. We were playing basketball abroad, which I thought was so cool. For the first time, I forgot about my life in the US. I was hanging out with a group of girls who knew I was traveling alone. They were from America and they just invited me in, and it was nothing but laughter. Number 3 goes back to number 1. So let's say you meet friends off of Bumble, or let's say you were just walking down the street being open-minded, number 2, and you have these people that you really, click with, conversation is good, and you guys are just having a good old time. Ask them if they have any acquaintances or friends that are off and they can link you up with. A friend that I met through Bumble, if they had to work or if they had other obligations, they would say, hey, I'm busy, but my homegirl or my friend can take you out to lunch. So if you make new friends, now you have friends from new friends. Well, there you go. The 3 ways I recommend making friends while traveling alone. You will find people you like, you will find people you don't like, but the good thing is the ones that you like, you can remain friends for a lifetime. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit the like button and press subscribe for future content.